Hi, my name is Nehama, and this is my presentation on microplastics. So microplastics, how do they get there? That is what we will be exploring in this video and slideshow. But basically, plastic waste can't be broken down completely, so it just breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces. So eventually those small pieces end up getting absorbed into everything, which is why microplastics are so harmful. So there are two different kinds of microplastics. There's primary and secondary. Primary is when they are manufactured to be small, like in toothpaste or facial cleansers. Secondary microplastics are a product of weathering of plastic litter, mainly in our oceans, but also in like food packaging or water bottles or stuff like that. So the microplastics accumulate in the food chain because it is found in fish, because our oceans are so filled with plastic that it's getting into our fish, which biomagnification is basically the accumulation of any substance at like a lower level. It gets more and more concentrated the higher in the food chain it gets, and we humans are at the highest point in the food chain. So it's pretty bad. I did some research on microplastics, and so that's what the upcoming articles are. They're from different scholarly articles and news articles. So article number 1, microplastics in the environment, challenges in analytical chemistry. They found microplastics in the ocean, water, and sediment, and also found it in fish's stomach, liver, and intestines, and it got there through their gills. So they would like absorb the water through their gills, and the microplastics in the water would get to like different parts of their internal organs and just latch on. Article number 2, food chain microplastics contamination impact on human health, a review. So 40% of plastic production is in food packaging. So like if you get a box of Cheez-Its and it's in like a plastic bag, you have to open it. That's part of plastic. That's 40% of plastic production. Microplastics are dangerous because of their size. Again, they can latch onto organs and get into your immune system pretty easily. Different plastic types have been traced to water sources such as surface water and rain, but also public water sources. Article 3 is microplastics found in every human testicle in a study. There were 20 human cadavers, meaning they were dead, and 47 dogs, and all of them contained, all the testicles they measured contained microplastics. But because the humans were dead, they couldn't measure their sperm count, but they measured the dog's sperm count, and it was really low. And the person who did this experiment claimed that too many microplastics could lead to multiple health issues such as stroke, heart attack, and premature death. Article number 4 is microplastics found in every human placenta tested and studied. Like the title says, it was found in every placenta, and basically the particles are attaching people and being absorbed by their babies in the womb, which is concerning. So if babies are absorbing it, then who knows what they're doing to them, like with their development. Article 5 is microplastics may be a significant cause of male infertility. By 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in the ocean. And sperm counts in men have been declining within the last 50 years due to unknown circumstances, but many people think that it might be because of microplastics. The decrease in sperm count coincides with the development of plastic production rates. And they did experiments on mice, exposing them to microplastics, and over time their sperm count got lower, and they had a lot of hormone imbalances. Article number 6 is microplastics found in human blood for the first time. There were 22 blood donors, and 80% of them they found, and 80% of them were microplastics. PET, which are bottles of drinks, polystyrene, packaging for food, and polyethylene in plastic bags. And it raises questions on what these particles are doing to our bodies and how much there even is in them. That was my presentation. Thank you so much for listening. Microplastics are a real threat and should be taken seriously.